Hello everybody, this is Jiminy Jerk from Soapbox Wizardry with another vlog update. I'll do a quick review of my day. I played 52 games, pretty solid, quite proud of that. It's been a while since I put in 52 games of volume in a single day, and I should be doing more of it. 4.7 hours of actual playtime, plus I studied probably for about 2 hours, so once again I'm really happy with the amount of time I put in today. I'm hoping for it to continue. I played well. 8.5% ROI is pretty sweet, even though it's only over 52 games. And there was a bit of luck boxing in there, but you know, that's what happens. Unfortunately, I didn't actually luck box very much, but you know, it's all good. I'm happy about this. Yeah, it was a pretty solid day, and I feel proud of the fact that I was playing a lot of the 330 turbos instead of just the $1 turbos, which would be my usual stake. So yeah, moving up in the world, that feels really good. And I hope that this continues and this slowly abates and eventually disappears. Today actually marks the first day that my EV and my actual have converged. My expected value is actually now above my actual winnings, which is, it has been quite a long time since that's occurred. Unfortunately, you can't see because the graph is off screen. Anyways, I had a couple of hands that I wanted to review from today. Unfortunately, one of them is not working with this hand reviewer, but I'll do another one instead that is far less interesting. That would be this one. So, yeah, Ace Queen. We got an open min raise from the low jack, and this is a little bit strange. He should be playing push. No. Sorry, I'm totally mixing up hands with something else I was looking at earlier. His open min raise is fine. I guess. I don't know. It's hard for me to put a range on him, but yeah. I ended up opting for a cold call in the on the button. I could probably 3-bet here, and I could probably 3-bet all in here against his 20 big blind open range from the low jack, but I don't know. I opted for a call with position and a pretty solid hand against an unknown. It's hard to say what would be better. We end up with another call from the big blind, so we're three-handed to the flop. So I get the luxury of going last. This reg, who I don't know very much about, checks. This guy, a total unknown, he decides to min-bet, which I thought was a little bit fishy. I mean, he's giving really good odds to call. I don't know. It just didn't feel like he was very strong here. I don't think he has ace-king if he's gonna bet 50 into this. It's just, it feels like a weak bet. I opted to raise substantially. I think the initial pot was around 300, and then he bet 150, so I raised around, I did around a pot size raise. He ends up calling. Turn comes a king. Once again, if he does have ace-king, he is already beating me, and I'm not too worried about it because it doesn't make sense for him to play ace-king for such a small bet on this flop. So I'm still pretty confident I have the best hand here, and I decide to just get it in with him. I think it was pretty straightforward. I played in position, I had a solid hand. Yeah, I could have 3-bet pre-flop. Actually, I remember this hand now. He actually had pocket jacks, which makes a lot of sense with his kind of scared looking bet on the flop. I would have been flipping against him pre-flop, but I still think 3-betting probably would be a fine play as well. But I also like cold calling here and seeing what happens on the flop. I'm going to get this one evaluated though. The other hand is pocket tens in the small blind. So we get a bunch of limpers. This is the first hand of the tournament. I don't know anything about Wolf. Gianni's, I learn, is a total moron, which is hilarious. Dima Katate is a extremely nitty reg. He's pretty good. He's just really nitty. I opt for a raise over limpers because I want to get heads up, and I make it pretty large here because I am compensating for the fact that I will be going first. So I make it 140. I think the standard here would have been about 80, 100, 120. Yeah, about 140, so I guess I made it about that. Yeah, we ended up getting everybody hopping along here, which is magic. Now, I opted to play check call because I figured I wanted to see if there was going to be a bet, a raise, and a re-raise, or a bet and a raise before it got back to me, and then I could probably throw my 10s in the muck. But according to somebody that I had review this hand, it would be better for me to just take a stab at it here, even though it's against 3 opponents. I've got a pretty strong hand. A king is unlikely. It's possible, but it's unlikely. Jacks, queens, aces, those all would have raised pre-flop a majority of the time, so I've probably got a pretty solid hand here. I think check call is okay though, because I don't have to worry about any draws, so I don't know. I do agree though, raise would be better. It goes check, come on, you thing. This is a little bit of a buggy replayer. It's checked around, turn comes the ace, that's a pretty nasty card. Suddenly Giannis decides to wake up and bet 50. I opted to come along because we're getting ridiculous odds. I don't need to be good very often in order to make this call, so I decided why not. I know Wolf decides to come along, so we'll skip ahead to the river. I decide to play check call again on the river and see what happens. If everybody wakes up this time around, then I'm gonna fold. But yeah, if it continues to be a tiny bet, which gives ridiculously good odds, I'd probably stick around. The 5 is bad because if they were betting with a pair of 5s, now they have a full house of 5s. But Dima Katate comes along for this one, and I decide to call. Wolf 1984 folds. The reason why I called 2 streets is because Gianni's play is congruent with lower pocket pairs, so is Dima Katate's. Again, I think jacks, queens, those guys would raise pre-flop, so there's a lot of unpaired hands, well, not a lot of unpaired hands, but there's quite a few lower pocket pairs that are in these guys' ranges, and I think I've got the strongest one a majority of the time. So I feel like calling with 10 to 1 odds when I only need 10% and I'm probably better than that, I think it's a good call in the long run. Could I have played it better? Yeah, I think betting on the flop probably would be... it would prevent any sort of ace-high hands from, you know, getting it, or, you know, hands like queen jack and stuff like that. I mean, if a jack comes on the turn, it's almost as bad as an ace. So yeah, I do like betting on the flop more, but I don't think check calling is a terrible play. As it turns out, Dima Katate had pocket 9s, which made sense that he'd just be calling along, hoping to see a showdown. Giannis had 7-3 suited. LOL. Anyways, yeah, that's everything. I hope everybody's having a good time. As you can see, tomorrow, assuming I play at all, I'm going to be breaking 1,000 hands, or sorry, 1,000 tournaments on game, and nearly 1,500 tournaments overall. So I feel really happy about that, and it's been at a pretty solid win rate too. So yeah, that's everything. Hopefully this is under 10 minutes. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching this. This is Jiminy Jerk with Soapbox Wizardry, my blog. Have a good evening, and bye-bye.